Andaman.net.ac.in and the profile number is 23686. It is a testament to the remarkable career and the achievement. He was a true interdisciplinary and with an expertise spanning multiple facts, including the ecology conservation and the environmental science. His research on the Himalayan ecology, in particular, has been instrumental in shaping our understanding of the region's unique ecosystem and the impacts of the human activities on the environment. As a natural resource conservationist and the environmentalist, Professor Joshi was deeply committed to promoting sustainable development and reducing the environmental footprints of the human activities. His work on air pollution, for example, highlighted the need for the urgent action to mitigate the impacts of the pollution on the human health and the environment. Though his research and advocacy, Professor Joshi inspired the countless students, scholars, and the policy makers. I am one of them. To take the actions on the environmental issues, his legacy continues to inspire us today as we grapple with the complex challenges of the sustainable development, climate change, and the environmental conservation. In the context of this seminar, Professor Joshi's work is particularly relevant. His research on the Himalayan ecology and natural resource conservation underscores the importance of adopting sustainable and circular economic strategies to reduce the waste, promote recycling, and to conserve the natural resources. His work on air pollution highlights the need for the urgent action to reduce the emissions and to promote the clean energy technologies. As we move forward, we must build on Professor Joshi's legacy and continue to promote sustainable development, environmental conservation, and the social justice. We must work together to create a greener tomorrow, one that is characterized by sustainable economic growth, social equity, and the environmental stewardship. Professor Joshi, as a professor in the Department of Zoology and Environmental Science, Professor P.C. Joshi was a beloved teacher, mentor, and a source of illumination to many students whom have gone on to become the leaders in their fields and leading figures in their own rights. I am one of the students. So, in conclusion, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Professor Joshi for his tireless contributions to the field of environmental science and conservation. His legacy will continue to inspire us, and we will strive to build on his work to create a more sustainable and equitable future for all. Now, the memorial lecture will be delivered by Dr. Basanta Kumar Das, Director, ICAR, Central Indian Fisheries Research Institute, Kolkata. Dr. Das is a renowned figure in the field of fisheries research, currently serving as a director. He was born on 28 March 1966 in district Balasore, Odisha. He had a distinguished career in the field of fisheries science with a strong educational background. He's a gold medalist. His PhD is in aquaculture from Odisha, that is the University of Agriculture and Technology. His postdoc in molecular immunology is from Scotland and nanosensors is from USA. Mainly his research focuses on hillside conservation and biodiversity of the river Ganga, fish disease management and the health in aquaculture, antimicrobial resistance, bioactive compounds and inclusion culture. He has certain professional achievements. He is the president of the Key Fisheries Society. He has more than 360 international publications. His H index is 39. He has authored 37 books, 27 book chapters, and 6 documentary films. He is recognized with over 15 national and international awards, including the Jawaharlal Nehru Award and Rafi Ahmed Kidwai Award. His notable contribution is he is a member of multiple national and international committees, that is the Hilsa Conservation, Bioresources and the Ganga ecosystem. He has developed and commercialized 7 innovative aquaculture technologies. He has guided 25 PhD students and guided 35 master students. And he has collaborated with FAO, World Bank, IUCN, and the international universities. His extensive experience in bilateral fisheries and development. He is playing a very key role as he is the member of the policy making committees like NEP-AP 2018 and PMM-SY, and he is the reviewer for the top international journals in the fisheries and environmental sciences. He is recognized, he has developed certain patents and designs for the aquaculture technologies. He played a pivotal role in benefiting the fishers, researchers, policymakers, and the entrepreneurs through research and extension over 28 years. Now, I welcome Professor Das. Please take the dais, and this session will be presided by Professor B.N. Pandeji as the main chairperson, and it will be accompanied by the Professor Gupta, Professor Joshi ji, P.K. Joshi ji as a co-op chairman. Please.
Mr. B.N. Pandey is not able to clearly steers you in the so Professor P.K. Joshi is the chair, and Professor Prakash Mukherjee will complete the
Sorry?
It's okay, I have announced it. Is it called? He is your speaker.
Well, namaskar and good afternoon to everybody. As you have heard, in the memory of Professor Prakash Chandra Joshi ji, we have started Prakash Memorial Lecture, and this is the 4th lecture in series. And this being a memorial lecture, we will be listening to one of the experts who has overlapping research interest as we had with Professor P.C. Joshi sir. And to observe it further, we won't be having any further discussions. To observe further, we won't be having any further discussions on that. Rather, we will be having some of the key persons who are sitting in this hall to share some of their experiences with Professor Prakash Joshi sir. And as you recognize yourself to speak over here, I request you all if you can indicate to the convener of this session or to me or the co-chair of the session. So with this brief words, I hand it over to the speaker of the 4th Prakash Memorial Lecture. Please, sir.
Again, good afternoon to all of you. So I'll start the memorial lecture here. Before to that, we belong to Institute, Central Inland Fishery Research Institute, under the aegis of Indian Council of Agriculture Research. which was 78 years old institute, worked all over the India for the development of inland fisheries. As you told that you now you are working at 87 are mandated open water resources, mostly river, reservoir, wetlands, all ecosystem health, and all these things. But I am not because the time is precise because everybody may be feeling hungry, all these things. But I'll take you an example of Ganga river systems. What we are working on the Namami Gange programs, and that will take you a glimpse and that extrapolate what are the vast of the things. And as I told, that emerging contaminants today. If you look into starting, before I go to that, people should now thinking about the pesticide. But that is only not the things, but there are emerging contaminants like triclosan or microplastics and bisphenol A analogs. These are the emerging contaminants is taking a potential use to the ecosystem health hazards. Research, if you look into the your what is the other things, it is your microbial. Like I told you, One Health programs, microbial cause, antimicrobial resistance. Then in scope of with this, you could see the climate change scenario. So these are the most of the things that today they are affecting to the circular economy. And you could see the plastic litters is a great challenge everywhere. Just like today you have Uttarakhand Unified Civil Codes. So every awareness is more important in country like India, where 142 crores surpassing the China's populations and the education levels also. Then when you are talking about the uniform, the education for all, then you could think that the hospitals, you could see the health for all. These are some of the changes required if you want to cope up with the changing environmental scenarios. To start with, I'll go for this. This is the, you could see we are working the basin approach. Now people are talking about the basin approach. So we have taken Ganga river basin as a whole, taking from each state's wetlands, then what are the water bodies. Then if you start with this, we have maybe if you see the Srinagar University, we are in the upland ecosystem fisheries, we are working for the Mahasir and other things, what are the things. Again, with the, some of the hydropower things that are coming, so we are taking everything when if a dam is being constructed, what are the environmental guidelines that is required, what are the fish biodiversity there or not, all these things if not there. If it's there, we are asking that maybe you have a conservation, you have to establish a hatchery. Again, or else if not that, if a fish ladder can be created. Again, third one is the environmental flow. E-flow is everybody knows E-flow is more important for the fisheries point of view. So on that concept, you could go for this in things or you can run these things. Next. Then under this Namami Gange, we have a small components of this which work on the different one is your assessment of fish and fisheries of the Ganga river system for developing suitable conservation and restoration measures. Then you have a hillside fisheries improvement in the lower states because hillside is iconic species, all you know. Fast swimming, again it also depends upon ecosystem health is dependent on hillside availability. Maybe 30 years back, this was going up to Prayagraj and Agra also. Now it is a dreaming because everybody talks of the Farakka village. There is a east pass was there which is blocked over the years. So we are constantly negotiating the Jal Shakti Ministry and Farakka Village Authority to repair that passage and can migrate. Then another one is the ranching. We are collecting the brooder fish and releasing the upstream also for the environmental conservation aspect, and somewhere we are going for the fertilized eggs and spawns in the upstream also. Again, you could see there are fixed stock enhancement also, again livelihood improvement projects 20 to 23rd, and finally these are the involvement in the different years from the Ministry of Environment and Forest. Then you could see there are some of the major components. We have another 20 sampling points starting from upstream to the downstream, higher altitude to 18 sampling points, where every quarter we collect the samples from the water, sediment, everything to see the ecosystem monitoring, how it was happening. Again, you could see fish and fisheries. Till now, it is 190 for the last 200, 15 species we have recorded. Out of 270 species recorded in 1870 by Professor Day, and we have recorded up to 215 species. Means the ecosystem is in the changing and the species level was increasing in the river Ganga. Again, we could see stock assessment is important characters. We are addressing maybe in the upstream two mass species stock characterization we are doing, and the downstream around 12 species stock characterization, including Gangetic carps with the IMC we are working also and already done. Then you could see migratory fishes, 13 migratory fishes is 11 fish, 12 shellfish also migratory species has been there, and 100 IMC. Again, you could see that way what we are doing the tagging. Tagging is an innovative idea we are doing for the fish, carps, IMC tagging, because ranching program we take rohu, katla, mrigal and kalvasu. And for other things we take also hilsa tagging also then, because return migration is effective we see. So now we are doing on the soil tagging, but we are now planning to have a satellite tagging devices that can help for the radio levels, so that can measure where the fish is migrating also. Then you could see key habitat variables in this. Habitat is more important for the ecosystem health. So lot of habitats in the different outposts and the downstream how it is there, and how all this we are thinking. And we have also phytoplankton, 95 phytoplankton genera has been identified, and 69 microbenthic people, and out of that we have categorized what are the pollution indicator species that is helpful for this type of ecological sustainability. Again, seed production, in situ seed production. We have innovative methods, because all of you know river is a pristine environment where lot of activities done. If you go either selectivity or breeding, but here with type of breeding what you are doing, you are collecting the brooders from the river, one time breeding. That is the one time breeding, then when juveniles raise to the 100 millimeter or 10 gram size, again we are releasing in the river fund. So till now, under 150 lakhs IMC has been run, and calvas we have taken because calvas is a retriever species. So any space like pollution released to the river Ganga, the calvas things that can clean up these things. So there are some of the retriever species, and that is helpful for that. Again, there is spawn other things it is there, but you could see awareness campaigning also. Everything we have now, our awareness has gone after 100 awareness campaign has been done with the stakeholders. Again, we are sensitizing the fishermen, local community, school children, college students, then in and around, not only aware about our conservation marketing. Besides, we also talk to them what is the climate change perceptions, what is the stakeholder behavior for the climate change, and what are the plastics. Then and the destructive poisonings like poisons like they for collecting these they sort of prawn, they spread poison not to spread. This is the poisoning also. Then the plastic that were done, bathing with the power and releasing everything. So we try to keep the awareness of the thing, but there are government is the Namanu Ganga is the Ganga Prahari also. Sometimes we type the Ganga Prahari, this type of activities also. Again, when the tagging we don't anybody fishermen capture the tagging, we ask them to give a things we have incentive. If anybody hits a tag fish got it, it will government recovery and inform us, we give up to 100 rupees also for tag that can be given. So again, you will see some conservation sites by Equestrial Biosphere National Park we have. So we have some Alphalreka, Lalgola, Guttipada, all here based on the juvenile availability. Again, for Hilsa, in there we have 5 conservation sites given to the West Bengal state government based on the gazette notification. So these are some of the activities we do apparently with the stakeholders, district administration, forest department, and other stakeholders. Again, you could see in the maybe in Kumbo and other things, large places, Sundarban, we put a stalls for awareness of the people for more than like in Kumbo. We have a stall where we are sensitizing the people, and it is going for a month and above to know what are the stories that are being built in this process. Next. Then if you look into this, something you have, there are some of the things as per the milestone, we have gone to several milestones, several achievements in that, and there are a lot of success story comes, and from this again if we see the Mahasid, if we are working here, we are in the theory game, we are build up the Mahasid, we are brooder and everything, we are building up, and that will serve for this upstream, for mostly the Mahasir ranching in this. Mostly Tehri, we have taken the state government park, they are working, and Srinagar University, their work also has been undertaken in the collaboration with the professors, and we have two scholars have been placed so that we are looking for the upstream what are the ecological things in the Himalayan regions. Next. Then if we look into this, I told 215 species we have recorded, out of the 200 indigenous species and around 9 other exotic species. And again 10% are under IUCN list. Plus, Tehri and Haridwar is confronted with the maximum evidence of threatened species also. Again, food fish species will classify food fish species. 65% are food fish. Ornamental sports fish are 31, 2 and 2% are here. And you will see, I told Hamilton 1822 recorded around 270 species. And we are going up to, it is after that you could see the species record over the 1822 to 2017. It was less than that, but we recorded now it is 215 species during our constant monitoring of the river Ganga. This indicates the monitoring of river health of this Ganga can enrich the lost glory on the river also. Next. Again, we have different sites. I told from Ipulsi Hasil to Rajarganj, and the maybe estuarine zone, then middle stretch, then higher altitude. And there are the distributions of these Ipulsi. The estuarine stretch reported only 70 species. Then you minus 70 species, rest are the freshwater species of the river Ganga. And the different Ipulsi, and the Bijuna recorded highest number of fish species. Then followed by Ipulsi in between middle space, they are drilling on this, followed by Ipulsi in Aurora, then goes to the Paraka. Paraka and estuarine is the Pajagan, the dominance of the species is high altitude, is reflected in the different. Then I told we started the river ranching program with Madam Uma Bharatiji from 2017. That is the figure exchange. Last year we have around 100. We have reached up 150 other these things with the biodiversity things. Again, we ranch West Bengal is maximum 51%, Uttar Pradesh 27%, Bihar 12%, Jharkhand. So this is the different years. These are the ranching programs with the dignitaries, sensitizing the people, stakeholders for something. Then these are the few links of the dignitaries in the different places to showcase and things the building up different years, starting from from Honorable CM to Central Ministers, then Secretaries, then Fisheries Minister, and our things. These are the, some of the dignitaries who have witnessed. Next. Then what is the impact? Everybody talks after 1 or 2 years of ranching. What is the impact of this? Everybody asks. So we have gone maybe all districts, 56 districts you could see in the river bank. Ganga, what are the districts? And you could see 1959 to 60 what are the data is available. But last 3-4 years you could see IMC in Varanasi and Patna has been increased to 40% and 20% respectively. This indicates this is the impact of ranching, because all of you know this, we have a conceptual frame there. Suppose 1 lakh we release, the 20% survive, 80% go on the predation, prey, then natural mortality, fishing mortality. So 20% means 20,000 goes to the adult size. Out of the 10% female and 10% male. And the fecundity of IMC, the average is 1 lakh. So that much fertilized eggs and spawn come to the natural things. Again, in the prey predation, you will see catfish population is increasing. Then second thing, the dolphin prey is also fish. The large aquatic animals will be prey. So these are the conceptual models. And again, Namani Gangri is asking even if to revive the gharials and other things in the prey zones that is available, we can have a fish as a prey. So these are the concept to enlighten the natural systems of the things for which the team of scientists is working on this system. Again, you could see the landing of IMC only at Prayagraj increased 24% we could compare to the 1959 data. In between there are a lot of things are there, but if you compare to this data, but this data in 21 and other things you could see, 90s data there is a lot of increase there. So we have things that in place, so that is a good indication of the ecological sustainability. Next. Then I told stock assessment is more important without stock assessment because you have to have a guideline threatened and endangered what is exploitation rate is there. So 0.5 below the 0.5, above the 0.5 is exploitation rate is more. Below the 0.5 is good. So most of the species you could see these are the Martis, Garwa, Rita, Gangetic, Alia, Kanva. So these are the highly exploited in the system. But we don't differentiate to catfish for stock characterization, carp 5, other fishes 6. So it is around 15 stock characterization different in this because over the years we collect species availability is very difficult. But we are trying what is the exploitation that can come. Then catch pattern. I told this is the catch pattern from 21 to 23. Catch pattern Baksar, Patna, Bhagalpur, Farakka, Balaghar and Barakpur. We have taken maximum contribution price was found 46% in catch. So that is the very mass is maximum. Then middle and lower stage fish catch Baksar to Barakpur stage is 39%. Fish catch pattern increased 26%. At Patna increased 20%. And if you look into the catch pattern, how it is changed in margin and other fish in different places, and this is the annual change productions and different places, how it is increased from 2022 to 2023. So indicates a constant monitoring give the natural ecosystem to a boost, and that can be helpful for providing environmental sustainability and circular economy. Then case for unit efforts. Again, we have calculated again covered 2378 kilometers, 379 fishing village we have covered. Total case from entire stretch of river Ganga is 56,000 tons. So that is the fish contribute that much 1,000 tons, which is if we're going for the Artha Ganga concept, we can demand fish is this much contributions beside maybe drinking purpose, irrigation, so many things, medicinal plants or tourism. Annual fish landing is 81.87 in Uttarakhand. We have 7,380 tons in Varanasi. So these are the profile you could see. And West Bengal catch per unit is the highest, but Uttarakhand is lowest because of the little catching pattern other things and fish species availability also. The catch per unit efforts from 1.2 in Malda, West Bengal to 17.8 ton in Nadia, West Bengal. Again, summer, winter, rainy season, the fishermen, because this will conclude to the fishermen how we go and what is the management programs and PMS we can build for the well-being of the fishermen. Again, I told we have to catch from 47 selected districts. I told we have collected a monthly income officer, including fishing here. Earlier 2 years, we had to be around 6,000, 8,000, 11,000, which is the so income from fishing is 2,000, 4,000 and 6,000 upper middle lower grade. The monthly income is there, from the fishing is there. So compared to the previous report, we have a 36% increase in their catch also. So that indicates the fishermen do a ranching effort to get next. Again, I told there are seed production, security conservation, some CPP mode. We have a private hatchery, collect the brooder from the Ganga, have a breeding. After breeding that we have the young ones raised in the nurseries and that when goes to 100 millimeter 10 gram size go for the ranching program. This is actually and this has been as a guideline submitted to the PMSI. After that river ranching program comes, it goes to the different rivers. Next. Then fish conservation in the river Ganga, you will see Bijanor, Kanpur, Prayagraj, Varanasi, these are the species. We have found the juvenile abundance, important species, and we have recorded a vast list that can be declared for the conservation site for the multiplication and ecological restorations. Again, we do some of the site ecological studies mostly. You say oxygen comment, we recorded more than 6 ppm and tested. Again, we have a big data platform. We have a river data, everything. Environmental data, you could see hypoxic stress and the Indian rivers. You can go to our website, big data platform, Indian rivers, you can click. If the what is the stress, oxygen depletion is less than there, that can give. Different mappings also there, and they can again nitrate everything. Here I told during my inaugurations, we have published a recent publication is there, in which you will find with more than 10 impact factors. We have published in AI platform what is the river monitoring aspect is also available. And here you will see High average BOD value is recorded in Kanpur, followed by Varanasi and Prayagraj due to industrial wealth increase in this. And sediment pH and interstate river Ganga range from 7.2 to 8.46 throughout the season. So means alkaline pH is available. So ecosystem is good when you are talking about the alkaline pH. Then among the heavy metal concentrate, copper was found in copper was highest in 0.039 pm in water and Prajaganj, and some observation was reported in next period 1921. Concentration of heavy metal also few gangetic fish like we have Rita, Cavaceous, Concaneous, Cancella, and Rubiconus also safe limit. But there are we because it will be the safe limit, we it can advise for the consumption. Next. Then associated wetlands we do because there are closed wetlands because all of you know the wetlands are the life jacket of the fish, recruitment, everything. So mostly today the open wetlands give the large diversity of fish because juvenile fish shelter there and grew and go for that. But we have a concern with the closed wetlands because lot of sewage nowadays going to the closed wetlands. So sewage pollution is more important in closed wetlands. That needs to be there. Again, the connectivity loss in the from the earlier it was open, but over this connectivity loss. So that should be taken into account. So we have compared in this some of the then I told the key diversity 29 is open wetland, 8 is a closed wetland. So we should take more attention to this type of things, and when you are because wetland authority is a domain of the mainly forest department, we should be listening to that how to fisheries can be strengthened, looking into the ecological sustainability and ecological integrity. Then associated river fauna we know. I told the 93 genera I have reported 20 genera are pollution indicators from the plankton. So it is more significant if showing that these are the genera is available and we can analyze some of the pollution roads that will be helpful how they are. These blooms appears that indicate some of the pollution. So that is more important those are working on botany and other things. And one is Alocasia granulata. It was a filamentous fungus and it choked the treatment plants also, water treatment plants. So the some of the population is very high. So therefore you advise some of the water treatment plants, either you have to filter it or clean the riverbed during the supply of that thing. Again with the microcyst, all of you know, then benthic diversity equal C. Again, 13 pollution indicator benzos has been identified and that can be more precisely can be studied in the different parts. Then we draw the like here. Mostly these wetlands, which Kolkata and other wetlands, different parts we are seeing over the years. Because if you know, GIS maps were developed, satellite images even 1993 onwards. Then you could see vulnerability of these wetlands over these years, whether they have been siltated or other factor weed infested. So that can be under GIS platform you can make and the vulnerability map in relation to that can be prepared and given to the respective government who is working or the university that can helpful for the during the climate change or adaptability and predicting the fishermen socioeconomic status. Then you see hillside road, hillside is mostly we are doing the ranching program upstream, talking to the thing, ranching station has been erected in the Paraka very daily basis, what are the available hillside from downstream to collected and upstream is being done. Then these are again artificial breeding where the brooder hillsap from the natural sources coming, sleeping, then fertilizing and fertilizer eggs has been runs in the river and that tagging also has been done some of the adult brooder hillsap. So different places of hillsap stations like Godakali, Paraka we have done in there and maybe large eggs we are doing because thinking that 2 to 3% egg will go for the adult size. That can be helpful for this like Okai Reservoir is the residential hillsap. That can help for this type of things. Maybe we can build up some residential populations instead of migratory also. Then this I told tagging is most important. Based on your things, people are getting the juvenile age. So our team is going to the different learning centers, interacting with people, recommending how the juvenile age. So that indicates our spawn prospecting in the river, fertilizers for the conservation is working in the system, and the other fields are taking also recovery hardly because then you could see total case 50% of the events were caught in Rajmas and Sayapan in that control. So in the dead jurisdiction. And now the innovative aquaculture, Hilsa aquaculture being the circular cage, we are looking the river also. This is our prototype developed by us. And some of the reservoirs and some things, something. But age is fast migratory, it requires a lot of time. But another project, where domestication is done in 3 years, Hilsa around 750 grams has been grown in the river system. So that is some of the interesting work. We work in the different parts of the systems next. Then these are the circular cage in adult Hilsa and how it is growing in this. So it is working with research to supplement this iconic species and the environment. Then I told that recovery, taking it, and he has migrated up to Uttar Pradesh also. I mean, lost migratory path has been established, and downstream return migration is also. You see, upstream recovery is 137, return migration, downstream recovery is 110. This indicates when you release, it goes after certain things and it goes return back. So they see it reflects the downstream and the different years. These are the recovery of the tagging hills. Then with the fishermen, farmers were working, interesting, and how it is 225 kilometers from Nilsa from the Uttarakhand heart of Barakpur, we have also return migration. Then awareness program for hills and dolphin is more important because sensitizing completely those are the fishermen in India is below literacy uneducated unless we sensitize it. But every complaint is there because zero message is more important. Rampant fishing, juvenile fishing, bagnet fishing, these skills be whatever the ambitious program. Finally, the poverty is one of the things because all of you know how much they gain, what is the socioeconomic status. Then creation of awareness again contributes in the different places. Then you see these are this much number of awareness in different years. We have conducted and under the GIS platform. Then dolphin sighting, you could see we constantly work with them. These are the dolphin sighting in the different places, the lowest places. And the survey code and 800 negative river dolphin populations. High abundance in the 0.44 dolphin per linear kilometers. In dry seasons, wet season is less. The study confirmed the sector dolphin mainly inhabited river and during also in prey less than June. Next. Then rescue operation, we work with the people also inform the forest department to the rescue operation of the dolphin also. Then some of the online webinars on the different aspects we conduct for these things to intellectual international community. The programs, next like we are the part of the project dolphin programs like Project Tiger without any funding support, but we work reluctantly. Then we have some like we do some of the national program like you could see Ganga Utsav, Nadi Utsav, Ganga Mahal, Masal Jatra were participated, World Dolphin Days in the river creating all these things and environmental day in the river instead of plane we work on the river sensitizing people next. And cleanliness, Swachhata, we do a lot of Swachhata in the bank, sensitize the people how to go in this next. Then these are the outreach, you could see clips of this, some publications arises on this in the different languages. Then recognition from Honorable Prime Minister Man Ki Baat, a speech about the C3 and our program also. So that's the thing. And also these are the media coverage, social media 42, print media 179, electronic media around 59 we have. Then there are some publications, research paper 31, then scientific article 19, booklet 5, and these are the leaflet 11 also. And we want that mainly we are working on the Jan Bhagidari system, Kangri river fishing community. Then correlation between ecology and economy that can be helpful to things. A roadmap for exotic species because major concern of this more research should be carried on the pollution aspects. There were now biotic pollutions like E. coli, other things are dead. Farmers should be acknowledged regarding the fish species subject to the moderate high level of exploitation in the river Ganga. Again, breeding grounds of Hilsa, more emphasis in awareness, tagging Hilsa, biological monitoring versus hydrological monitoring is more important. efforts in hills are captive breeding, regional efforts in India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and the development need of that system. Then we have another program on based on this. We have program is running on more vibrant in this, like here upstream we have started district production restaurant stock assessment selected market places in the upstream sector River Ganga. We are more emphasizing the Srinagar University among the Nandan Bhagwana universities and Tehri. Mostly therefore we have placed for of our scholars to work on this in collaboration with the department. Besides, community participation is more important input and wetlands and tributaries of Ganga. This time we have taken around 15 tributaries of the river Ganga as a basin approach to work on this. And this will be continued in this project next. And there are some of these activities next. Next. So, point impact this restoration of fish population sustenance, economic growth, ecosystem health, biodiversity conservation, then ecosystem food chain and food health, climate change resilience, community empowerment. One more aspect we are doing, that is your nutrient profiling of the food pieces. Around 100 food pieces of river Ganga to give the nutrition security there. So with this background, thank you. I think you sit on my 5 minutes ज़्यादा लिया. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. D.K. Das, for such a comprehensive presentation. This has been an apt tribute to the session, which is the memorial lecture, Dr. P.C. Joshi Memorial Lecture. Professor Joshi and myself, we were contemporary, and it was a great loss for us also. He was constantly on move, always into something new, full of ideas. Whenever we talk off and on, he used to come up with new thoughts. कि आप लोग ऐसा क्यों नहीं करते? आप ऐसी जगह पर बैठे हैं हमेशा. And today I found I could recognize 2 of his students also being among the awardees. So that is another recognition for the good work that he had been doing during his time, and the legacy is continuing. So I thank the organizer for giving me this opportunity to co-chair this session, important session, memorial lecture, Professor P.C. Joshi memorial lecture. And on behalf of the organizers, I thank Dr. D.K. Das for making this session happen in a wonderful way. It was a very informative lecture, sir. We are a minor partner in this program, also, with CIPRI. And thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Das, for your valuable inputs. It's a pleasure to honor Professor Joshi, chairperson, and the Professor Nautiyal, co-chairperson, with the moments in recognition of their valuable contribution and dedication to their this memorial lecture. Now, I request Dr. Das to provide a memento to Professor Joshi, chairperson. Thank you. And Professor Dr. Das to provide a memento to our co-chair person, Professor Nautiyal ji. Sorry for sorry.
This to the convener of this session, Dr. Sinzana. Thank you very much, Professor Das, for his excellent lecture. As usual, always you you are a mesmerizer in your talks and speeches and lectures with full of facts and ground situations. Uh, this session dedicated to the Memorial lecture and keynote address as such is over. We are going to lunch. Now there are two, three announcements, very important announcements to be made and will be noted by you all. That we assemble here at around 2:30 now, maybe 5 minutes late. And then we have a session again of the invited speakers. They are all, I think, if they have not gone off, it was online. One is from Nepal and the other is from Bangladesh. Professor Subodh Sharma from Nepal and Professor D.K. Chakraborty from Bangladesh. And then Shreya Bhattacharya is here. Shreya Bhattacharya, yes, then she will be here. And she represents for Canada or USA you are? Canada, yes. She's from Canada. And Shreya Bhattacharya, then Professor G.C. Pandey and Professor J.D. Bora. They will be the speaker of the next session immediately after lunch. If this is one, please keep it in mind. And the Professor S.C. Doshi will chair the session, and Suresh Pratap Singh is here. Suresh, he will co-chair the session. And Rakesh Bhutani, Dr. Rakesh Bhutani will convener of the session. So this is for the next session. And there is simultaneously there will be another session will run in our say committee room down zonal department जैसे वहाँ पे उसके दाहिनी तरफ yes on the right side में आपको हमारा सेमिनार हॉल मिलेगा सेकंड जो ओरिजिनल सेमिनार हॉल था उसमें हमारा एक स्पेशल प्रोग्राम चलने जा रहा है सेमिनार हॉल 2 में फिश फिशरी एंड फिशरमैन we have named this session fish fishery and fishermen इसमें हमारे जिले के 15 फिश कल्चरिस्ट आ रहे हैं जिनको गवर्नमेंट ऑफ या उत्तराखंड और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से कुछ न कुछ सहयोग मिलता है और इस सेशन को कंडक्ट करने वाले हमारे डॉक्टर अर्चन के दास इज हियर एंड हिज कलीग डॉक्टर अरुण पंडित आई थिंक ही इज आल्सो देयर एंड गरिमा मिश्रा असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर ऑफ फिशरीज ऑफ हरिद्वार डिस्ट्रिक्ट ये तीन उसमें उसको कोऑर्डिनेट करेंगे और उसमें 15 फिशरमैन होंगे और हमारे नीचे सेशन में आफ्टर लंच होगा and you are requested to find out that place and consult with they will guide you ये अपनी जगह पर आप वहाँ करेंगे उन 15 फिशरमैन को जब वो आ जाएंगे ठीक है सर तो इसके बाद फिर we will go on as well discussion about we will make next comments so thank you very much for being with us in this session and for everything to especially to